I didn't know this sun ray was affecting my video this much, but all the same, I think you're still going to understand what I did. So the measurement of this material we are going to use for the laptop bag is 13.5 inches by 10 inches, and I cut 3 pieces. I will explain better later. So this strap is a piece that I will use to fix the zipper. So it is 3 inches wide, and I cut it into two. That would give me 1.5 inches each, and that's it. Then another 3 inches wide that I will just use to connect them to the base. So that will make so these pieces I'm still going to be using it, so I just cut them aside. So it's just like 2 inches by 1 inch. I cut 4 pieces, so yes, I'll be using the 2 inches by 1 inch. It's 1 inch wide and 1 inch long and 2 inches wide. So that's it. And the handle as well. But before then, let me show you the foam. We're going to be adding foam. The foam is a bit smaller than the material, so the foam is 8 inches by 12 inches. 8 inches by 12 inches. So I give it a curve. So I'm just going to do that to the other one, just to show you how I make the curve. It's just a freehand curve. There's no expertise to it. You just make sure it's curved to your taste. So you see, there is no expertise to it. You just give it a curve, and if you know you can't curve it like this straight, you can use something curved to draw out the shape before curving out with your scissors. So that's it. So this is the lining I'll be using, and it's a waterproof lining. So you can see my this thing, I set them aside. So I also cut a handle of 20 inches long and 4 inches wide. So, and I cut to 20 inches long and 4 inches wide. So in this video we're going to start with the side pockets. We'll finish making the side pocket before moving to any other thing. So I want to make the side pocket with one of the pieces from the 3 pieces that I cut of the same sizes. So I cut 3 inches to place the side zipper. So I measure 3 inches from up, that is from along the line of 13 inches. I measure it downwards 3 inches. So I mark it with chalk and I cut it down. So one of these pieces that I measure 2 inches by 1 inch, that is what I'm using here. I just cut 1 into 2. I realized that cutting 1 into 2 is enough, so I cut 1 into 2, and I measure my zipper. The width is 13.5 inches, so I just measure my zipper exactly 13 inches. I left the half inches because of this extension I'm still going to add. So I'm just going to sew it. So what I'm trying to say is that when you are fixing this zip stopper, before you fix it, you should put your zip runner. You see my zip runner is already on it. I'm not showing this because we are no longer new to bag making. As at now, we have watched 3 videos before this, or 4. So I want you to understand that you have to fix your zipper before adding your stopper. So this is what I did here. I just fixed my stopper. So after cutting that piece, I put one at the top and one at the down. Make sure the right side facing the right side of the zipper, and the other one on the down, it might not actually matter because that one is still going to be hidden anyway. So but the upper one, make sure the right side is facing the zipper, so that by the time you flip over, you have the right side outside, like so. You see what I'm doing? I'm not going to be top stitching because I don't want rough sewing, so I've already sewed it to be very secured. Though top stitch will make it relax, but if you have your iron, you can iron it out. I'm supposed to be working with iron while working with this, but there's no power in my area, so I'm going to do the same thing to the second one outside this video. So I'm done with that. Next thing now is to fix the side pocket. So remember, we are making the side pocket. So the upper part that I cut 3 inches out of one of the panel is what I'm fixing first. So I've fixed that part. So next thing is to fix the lining. You place your lining on the ground, the right side facing up, then you place it on it. Then more so, you can choose to do it at once. After placing your zipper on the lining, you now place your piece, your main piece on the zipper. So I'll use it to flip it over. This will help me hide all my sewings and make it look neat. So after flipping over, I'm going to top stitch so that my lining and main piece can relax. So I'll just go ahead and top stitch it straight to make my main piece and lining relax. So after top stitching, you should know how to top stitch. After top stitching, the next thing I'm going to do is to fix the other side. So I still want to show you how I top stitch a bit. So that is how to top stitch. You just top stitch to the end. So now that I'm done top stitching it, so I'll take the lower part of my front pocket or side pocket, whichever you choose to call it. Use the right side to face the right side of the zipper. You know, I told you can also face your lining at the same time, but this is how I choose to do mine. I'll always face, if you are facing your lining at the same time, what you just do, you put it under, pin it down to secure and sew. For me, I prefer this method. So I've fixed both sides, both lining and the the main piece. So I'm just going to top stitch to help the lining and the main piece relax together, after which we move to the next interface. So I'm going to top stitch, and when you are top stitching, make sure you stretch out the lining and the main piece so that it is equal at the down, because my lining is always bigger than the main piece. So this is what I have. The next thing is to trim off all my excess. You see the sewing inside is very neat, even where the zipper is fixed is very neat.